Welcome to another Ryan Sports Views. Tonight I'm reviewing Philadelphia Union 1, NYCFC 2. NYCFC are your Eastern Conference champions for the year 2021. We have Portland Timbers versus New York City FC in the MLS Cup next Saturday. Of course, we're reviewing the 2021 MLS Cup Playoffs Eastern Conference Final. Here we go. Halftime, it's 0-0. Goes into halftime 0-0, both teams. Philadelphia starts off on the right foot. Starts off the better team. Starts off hot because they know they have to. New York starts going into the game. They start making it more half and half as the half goes on around the 20th minute. They start having chances. It starts being more half and half. And they start looking like the better team. Then in the 63rd minute, own goal. Ball crossed in by the Union. Hits the foot of Alexander Cayens while Shabilko's right on him. It goes into the goal. Nothing Sean Johnson could do about it. 1-0 Philadelphia off of a spawny own goal that honestly was a deserved play. It was a good way to set up the first goal. But 2 minutes later, Maxi Morales says, no, you ain't. And gets the ball off a rebound. Matt Freese spills the ball after a rebound save. Takes a shot. Falls straight to Maxi Morales. A shot was taken, falls straight to Maxi Morales. He puts it into the far post. Makes it 1-1 2 minutes later. And then in the 88th minute, Thales Magno. Ball crossed in by Thorarensen. Thales Magno is right there. Slides in. Taps it in past Matt Freese to make it 1-2, 2-1 for New York City FC. That's the way it would end, 1-2. Stats are as follows: 8 shots to 11, 3 shots on goal to 5, 35% possession to 65% possession, 303 passes to 575 passes, 69% pass accuracy to 82% pass accuracy, 11 fouls to 16, 2 yellow cards to 1, 0 red cards to 0, 4 offside to 2, 3 corners to 2. For me, this game was pretty much a game of Philly was fighting. Philly was fighting this whole time. They wanted to pull this off. They believed that they could win this game. They believed that wholeheartedly. They believed that they could win this game wholeheartedly. No question whatsoever. They thought, okay, we'll go in. We'll win. We ain't scared. We're down. Players, doesn't matter. We'll win. They believed in themselves, and they were honestly way more impressive today than I thought they would be. But still, even if New York lost, they honestly would have deserved to delete their franchise if they lost in this situation. And of course, my prediction is wrong because that was before Philly had COVID, and I picked Philly. So I'm 1 for 2 on my semifinal, conference final predictions. But honestly, nobody expect the COVID thing. And besides, I wouldn't have been shocked had New York actually won. But I still thought Philly was the better team with their best 11. But then again, if they would have played like this, New York probably would have won anyway. But Philly were fighting. They were like Rocky. But turns out, Drago was like, no, you ain't. Straight knockout punch and knock you straight out for days. Drago got you this time, Rocky. It is what it is. With that being said, New York played well. Their defense was great. Their offense, besides that own goal, I should say. But offensively, they were a little bit not great. I don't think the offense was that great. It should have been better. I don't think they were honestly on point. Yeah, they made a good couple of plays, but it was off some bad defensive mistakes by Philly, which are normally something that doesn't happen with the Philadelphia Union. They don't make defensive mistakes like that, especially the rebound that led to Morales' goal, and then the Thales Magno cross. Aurelian Collin couldn't get there. Hariel got bodied by Thales Magno. I guarantee you that Glenez or Elliott or even Wagner wouldn't get bodied like that. So with that being said, Philly had a chance, and honestly, they should have taken this to extra time. The fact that it didn't go all the way is kind of shocking to me. The way this game was going, I thought this would go to penalties. And honestly, I thought Philly would win on penalties if it would have gotten to penalties. The way they were playing, the way they are, so on and so forth. I believe that Philly honestly deserved to have a chance in this game more than it was. They were a very good team against hard circumstances and figured out a way to almost have a chance to pull this off, have a better than 70%, 65-70% chance to win this match. Philly fans, if I were you, I would be proud of the Union. I would be proud of them. They were fighting tooth and nail. I guarantee you Jim Curtin was in that locker room saying there's no excuses. Doesn't matter how many players we lost. Doesn't matter how many players aren't here. You carry that torch. And they did. Did they fall short? Yes. But did they fall short in a valiant effort? Yes. Should they have gotten extra time? Yes. They didn't, but they should have. I would be proud. They've had a great season, the Union, especially that second half. The first half was but they had the Champions League as well. They went on a good Champions League run to the semifinals against Club America. They were a good team this year, and you should be proud. And Philly does have good things coming towards them. They're not a one-year wonder. They're not a 1.5-year wonder. They're a good team. And if you keep Jim Curtin, because since he is sniffing around him, you may lose him, you're going to be good if you keep him. If Albright doesn't get his hands on him, you're going to be good. You're going to be fine. I would get rid of Shabilko, but because he's basically the Ciro Immobile of MLS, but I agree with Zach from Dupe for that. But with that being said, you should be proud. You should be very proud of your team and their valiant effort. It hurts, but they'll be back, I'm sure. And they're going to want more, especially with the way it ended and the players that got sidelined. They're going to want to prove that this was just a very bad situation and they've learned and so on and so forth. So they're going to be out there fighting tooth and nail next year. They're going to probably be better than they were the past 2 years, frankly, the way I see it. This is something that solidifies a team. So be proud and wait for more, because this isn't over. This isn't the end of the story of the Union. NYCFC fans, if I were you, you're going to your first MLS Cup. Cherish this. Because 3-4 years ago, nobody expected them to go this far or do this much. And this has been a great year for NYCFC. They started to build together. Ronnie Dalla is building a good culture in that locker room. And things are starting to get better for y'all. And this is a good run, and you should cherish this, because who knows with the way MLS is, how next year is going to be. You can be top of the East and then choke. You've done that before. And you have to basically look at it like, we have to cherish this. And if you win MLS Cup, that lives forever. Do I think you will? I don't think so. But if you do, it's not like you're going to be blown out of the water by Portland. I just think they're slightly better. But you could beat them. I wouldn't be shocked if you did. It's going to be a great game next Saturday. And I'll be live for it. RSR, obviously. I have a prediction video, so on and so forth. Thursday, yeah. So with that being said, you should be proud. You should cherish this. Celebrate and get ready for next week. You got one more game going to Portland. And I hope a lot of y'all get to go there. So with that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Check out my Patreon, $5, $10, or $20 a month. Or you could wait for my YouTube memberships, $1.99 and $5.99 a month at the start of the new year. We're going to introduce those in the new year. That would be appreciated. If you want to support, also support by liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, hitting that big red bell notification once you have subscribed, super chats on the live streams, putting this in playlists, sharing this with your friends and family, all that great stuff. Tomorrow, I will have, actually, no, not tomorrow, Tuesday, I will have a preview of Motagua Comunicaciones CONCACAF League Final, both legs. I'll preview the whole series. There will not be a second leg preview. I will preview and predict the whole series on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, of course, I have a live for that match and an RSR. You know how this goes. You know what's on the calendar up until the 15th. You know. But I'll say it again. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later. See you Tuesday. Congratulations to NYCFC.